Hey, welcome to the Magical Living Open House. I'm your host, Patricia Tallman, and my very special guest is Dr. Tamir Qadree. Hi, Tamir. Thank you so much for being here. He is the Dean of Dynamic Results, and he has a double doctorate in the field of metaphysical philosophy, specializing in personal development coaching, mentoring, mind, and mystical research. The powers of the mind, influence, and attraction has captured the minds and imagination of the world for over the past 35 years. Dr. Tamir is a leader in the field of this study and says that we can all achieve dynamic results. Oh, amen to that. Boy, do we need you these days. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me here. It's my honor and pleasure.
Wow. So you just tell me about your work and what it is that you want to share with the world right now.
The first message I want to share with the world, I deal with entrepreneurs, business professionals, sales, athletes, entertainers. Here's why I deal with people like that. Those
Mm,
people are open more to the mindset. Those people know that they have to focus. They know that it's all about focus and mindset,
mm,
although some go further than others, but they have a beginning of that. So I like to work with those people because everything is a result of the mind. And one thing I will give everybody right now in life, right now there's a lot of turbulent times in the world
yeah.
and a lot of uncertainty everywhere. However, there's more certainty in the world and more prosperity and more love than the opposite. But here's why people don't see that, because they're focused on the negative and what's not right instead of seeing what's not right, but focusing on what is right, therefore creating this other pie.
Mm,
Okay, give people that bridge to understand. Wait a minute, those things are happening. I just said this the other day to a friend of mine. I've said this for years. I want you to remember this. Everybody's
okay.
listening to this. There's never a time in the world. I want you to hear this, and no one ever disputed this. There's never a time in the world, never anywhere, in politics, in business, in family life, in anything where the good didn't prevail. If you're writing a book, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you got a career, if you're in a war, if you're in the politics, remember one thing: the good is never lost, ever, ever. No one can show you any one time. So if you're on the side of what's right, you're going to eventually win. I may not be alive 10 years from now when something changed. It doesn't matter. The good is going to win. I'm on the right side. I may not see my goal today. I may get it tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. If you're on the side of what's right, what's good, you're going, matter of fact, you've already won. So if you're building your dream and it's good and right for people in humanity, you're going to win. It is already done. Here's the caveat: you have to stick in there and have persistence and focus and work your dream and work your goal. And don't forget one thing: do not forget to take a break. Do not forget to take a break. Work toward your dreams and goals. Do not forget to stop and take a deep breath and calm down and enjoy the process. Let it go so you can grow.
Boy, do we need to hear from you today. This is really exactly hitting me in the heart. Take a
Well,
break and
hey,
focus on what's good. Focus on what you're enjoying. Focus on the good news, for example.
how are you going to bake a cake or bake your favorite dish? I'm not speaking about diet and health and all that. How are you going to bake your favorite dish once you bake it and eat it and still sit there and worry about, whoa. You just ate it. Why don't you ate it? Why I got to walk it off? Whoa. You ate your favorite dish. What do you want to walk it off for? Walk it off. You got to walk it off. You just ate. No. Enjoy the meal.
Mm,
Sit there and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Now,
right.
after you want to walk 2 or 3, go walk 2 or 3 hours later, but don't walk the idea, I got to walk it off. I just ate this food. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let the food nourish your body. Let it, hopefully it's the best thing. Let it nourish, let it sit in. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the taste. Enjoy every taste.
Mm.
Enjoy the taste of the food. Enjoy every chew if you can. Enjoy the food. Enjoy it. Do the same thing with your career. Enjoy your career. Enjoy every second of what you're doing. Because every second you're working toward it, you're growing it. The minutes will take care of the years, and the years will take care of the decades. But you got to hang in there and do a little bit every day. And some days take a break. Give yourself a break. I don't care
Give
who tell
yourself
you
a break.
online what to do. Give yourself a break. What's wrong with you? That's why it's called vacation. That goal you have, you don't forget the goal, but put it down, leave it alone. When you come back, you're going to get more thoughts and more creativity. Why? Because you gave it time to grow. It grows, you grow, you come together, and there's this mystical harmony. That's what mindset is all about.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
Did I say too much?
Not at all. Are you kidding?
I'm
Oh,
not
I'm
taking
loving
over,
this.
am
I'm
I?
soaking it up
I'm not
because I feel the same way. It's like I work until, and I'm intrigued and I work longer than I thought, but then I realize I'm exhausted. I need to take a break. I have to walk away. I have to take care of myself, my body. I need to rest, whatever it is. And then you can
yes.
come back and you have a, then you can go at it again with joy, again with passion, again with an interest and attention, as opposed to depletion and exhaustion. And now I'm pushing and pushing and pushing because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Because we take this thing where you want to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Drive. That's right. You got to drive. You got to stay focused. But we hear these people telling you that, and you need to understand something. Most of them, they drove, but they understood they have to take a break. See, relaxation and meditation is just as important as doing the work, because when you're relaxing, you're letting it grow. You're letting it marinate. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine planting a seed in the ground and grow some corn, and every day you come digging that crap up? You're digging it up. Well, how are you going to dig the corn up? You got to water it.
You got to let it grow.
Let the ground do what it's going to do. You don't sit there and worry about it all day. You go do other stuff. That's what we do with our goal. We worry about them all day. We become obsessed. Some people, some of the most successful people that we've seen in the world, they overdid it. And I'll tell you why. You read about some of the great successful people in life. Some of them overdid it. A lot of them at the end, they weren't happy. You know why they weren't happy? Go ahead.
No, they died young too. There was a lot of people that I have admired their work, but they died like in their 50s, 60s.
They weren't happy.
Yeah.
Hey,
they died young.
Will Smith said something. The great actor Will Smith is very important. He said, there's rock bottom, but there's also cliff high. You hit rock bottom, but the people that get on top, so-called top, make all the money, have all the fun, have all the men, the women, have all the parties and all the boats and everything. After a while, you get, well, wait a minute. This ain't making me happy. So there's nothing wrong with possessions as long as the possessions don't possess you.
Right. Yeah.
Money is a terrible master, but money is a wonderful servant. A lot of people you see that are quote unquote successful are not really successful. Having money by itself don't make you successful. The idea is to be happy and have money. That's the idea, to have that balance, spiritual, mental, and material balance. That's what dynamic results. That's what mind technology I teach is all about.
Yeah.
How to get to the result, how to get to the result, how to get it consistently, and how to be happy. Without happiness, you are not really successful. I don't care if you have $1 billion. No. I don't care. I don't care what you have, because you can only eat so much a day, okay? You have no monopoly on happiness. Money is very important, but money is a terrible master, but it's a wonderful servant.
Absolutely.
Let it serve you by serving others. That's what I'm all about.
Gosh, and you said something and I wanted to comment and just went out of my head. Having success, but I think there's success in not letting it drive you. There's something around that I seem to notice with a lot of entrepreneurs where you never feel like you've actually made enough. You never feel like you've actually succeeded enough. Meanwhile, I'm looking at them going, you have $10,000 months. To me, that would be a big deal. You have, $250,000 years. That's a big deal.
It is.
It is a big deal. And how much do you actually need? I mean, how much do we actually need to say, I'm a success. I'm living well. I can do a lot of things with this, so I feel like, I don't know what you might have experienced, but there seems to be a lot of people that just, they have what I would consider significant success, reach, influence, and they're not appreciating where they're already at. And so how do you get further if you're dissing what you've got now? How do you create more
I could use $1 trillion right now. You might say, why? How can you use $1 trillion? Well, first of all, my mindset tells me that. But Tamir, why would you want to, how would you say that about money and say you need $1 trillion? I can use $1 trillion. Here's why I can use $1 trillion. Literally $1 trillion. Literally $1 trillion. I'm telling you right now. Why? I can use more than that. Why? You know how much good I can do? How I can end world hunger. I can help cure diseases. I can do all kinds of stuff. It's a tool. It works for me, not just for me. I don't need $1 billion. I don't need $1 million just to live a good life on earth a year. I don't need that just for me. But for my purposes, my Aquarian purposes, my God-given purposes, I'm the kind of person that you need to pray to get $1 billion. Because I'm not about to hurt people. I'm not trying to rob the rich and rob the poor and give more to my pocket. I'm not trying to get all the tax breaks. I'm not trying to look at those people to make products, to use people, to keep raising prices or whatever. My thing is all about integrity, servicing people through love. Life is God's gift to us. What we do with that life is our gift to God. Because when we give to others, we're giving to ourselves. That's why I say I can get $1 trillion right now. Yes, I deserve it. Yeah, I know what I would do with it. That's why. I know what I would do with it. I know what I would be doing. It'd be constant something to help, blah, blah, set up things for the money to grow, foundations. I wouldn't enable people. I teach them how to fish. Let me teach you how to fish. Let me provide housing for y'all. In the meantime, for this housing, here's a school in the middle of this complex. You have to attend this school for 5 years. You got housing, you got to worry about it. You got work, you can earn your food and everything. Your education is on me. Let me show, but you have to do this now to qualify for what I have. I would do things like that. That's in my heart. I don't need a bunch of Rolls Royces. For what? I don't need a bunch of big fancy houses. I don't need me. I'm not knocking that. There's nothing wrong with a Rolls Royce, nothing wrong with 22,000 square foot home if you want it. I don't want it, don't need it. I'm a happy dude. I want happiness. I'm seeking that peace. Those things come from me. I make those things. Those things came out of our thoughts. They don't run me. And the third thing, another thing I want to tell you, love yourself. Love yourself as your neighbor because your neighbor is yourself. The billionaire and the poor man, that's you in a different version. Treat everybody with respect and love. See the good in everything, right? But love you. Don't, while I admire people, I admire Michael Jordan. I admire Bruce Lee. I admire Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh my God, I admire those people. I don't want to be neither one of them. I want to be me. I want to see their mindset. That what's your mindset? I don't want to be them. I don't want to be Jordan's height or nothing, or what he did or nothing. I want to be me. But that mindset, that's the mindset of an achiever, of a creator. And you are that. I am that. That's all there is.
There's already those guys. There's nobody else like you. And we need you because you are a certain expression that no one else has.
That's right.
We need from your vision and your.
Yes.
And I also want to throw out there that we can also, I mean, I appreciate all your plans for all that money. I think we need you to have that money. But we can still help now. We can still help with very little.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now. No,
just practice it.
Listen, it starts right now. It's not when I get.
Right now.
No. It's not when I get. I already have it. See, it's already mine.
Oh,
whether you see it or not, you don't see the air, do you? You breathe the air. Sorry, okay, I have it. You're fantasizing. No. Do you see the air? But you're sucking it up. Okay, I see it. If I see it, I can be it. Now, you don't have to wait. People say, well, if I won the lottery, if I won millions, I do this and that. How much of that do you do now? If you don't do it now, you won't do it then.
Exactly.
So are you giving? Are you giving what you have out of what you have now? Are you a consistent giver? And don't tell about it. Are you giving? I see people on TV talk about what somebody else gives all the time, how they're philanthropists. Hopefully they're not saying it, and people out there are running with that. There's a statement out about, the Michael Jordan, LeBron James argument, who's the best. And I heard commentators bring up LeBron James, the best giver, hands down over Jordan. I'm like, really? Really? You're going to take something that's purely spirit? Really? Don't you know you're diminishing what that man does? How you going to say who's the best giver? How you know what's in somebody's heart? You got to publicize what this man do and going to use that stuff to compare what the other man don't do. The other man's a giver too. By the way, the other guy's a giver too. He don't say anything. Hold on. He don't talk about it. I'm not building a case for Jordan or LeBron. I'm giving you an example. That guy, that bald head guy they call a jerk, he don't talk about it. He's very quiet about what he does. He don't brag about himself. He don't call himself the greatest or nothing.
Right.
I'm talking about character, not the person. I'm talking about character.
Right.
So if you don't give it now, you're not going to give it then.
That's been proven.
So
that's an actual fact.
If you give $100 a week and you give $10 or $5, whatever you give out of your heart, it's no different than having $1 billion and giving out 100 million or a million or 10 million. There's no difference. Only difference in the amount of money. Your money don't change people. It brings out who you are. If you're a jerk and win the lottery tomorrow, you'll be a jerk that won the lottery. That's all. You'll still be a jerk. The mindset must change. There must be a shift. Anyway.
No, that's good. That's exactly right. I wanted to mention something about, I appreciate your mentioning of taking care of yourself, loving yourself as much as you would love your neighbor or love your family. You got to love yourself and taking time to rest and recover, because what comes in when we expand and we're resting and we can open up and we're meditating or whatever it is you do, you allow in creativity. And then now you can problem solve. Now you can look at your goals and come up with new ways of achievement, but you have allowed in all of that inspiration by resting. So I thought that was a cool, fun brain fun fact. That's actually true. Your brain, when it's at rest, bathes in the brain case. The hormones that bathe the brain turn into restoring the brain, repairing the brain from all the stress and cortisol that's up the nerve. So just fun fact for everybody, when you rest, you're actually recovering You need to
Right.
let your brain recover so that now you can go after those goals or your job or whatever it is you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And give yourself permission to allow it to grow. It's like you're cooking a pot of oatmeal, for instance. You don't keep stirring it. And sometimes you got to stop and let it boil and you got to put it top, let it simmer.
Right.
You don't keep stirring it. You want to fry some fish. You want to fry some fish, right?
Right.
I don't know if you say fried food ain't good for you. Yeah, be quiet. Sometimes it's not. Moderation in all things.
There you go.
Moderation. Okay. And you keep frying. You're gonna eventually burn it if you don't watch it. It's the same thing with your goals. You're working on your goals and dreams. You put this mix together and you keep doing it. You keep doing it because you think it ain't done. Well, by you thinking it's not done, it's going to be done. When you rest, relax, and let it go, it comes into you. It grows. This is what entrepreneurs need to understand. I love entrepreneurs. This they have to understand. Listen, you guys that work for entrepreneurial endeavors, from the books you read and the people you talk to, the doors you knock on, all the seminars you go to, you're missing one thing. If you're not taking time daily to analyze yourself, if you're not getting this internal stuff done, see the things you see Anthony Robbins do, the things you see Oprah Winfrey do, that stuff is internal, believe it or not. That stuff's internal. What you see is the external outworking of the internal. See, the work is done inside. The physical work is actually a lot less. It's actually, I believe, 99% inside. And the 1%,
that is absolutely true.
It's so big that you think the 1% is bigger. The work you do. Well, I work 5 hours a day, 2 days a week, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but it comes from inside of you. That's the basis. Without that, you wouldn't have that strength to go do 5 hours a day, 10 hours a day. You couldn't write all those. Einstein couldn't have done it without that having internal. Now the thing about having internal, if you're a driver like that, like me, take time every day to meditate. And let me say one thing about meditation before we get closer to wrapping up. People think meditation is not about religion, whether you're Muslim, Jew, Christian, Buddhist, Baha'i. I love them all, by the way. If you knew them all, you know they all talk about the same thing, but I won't get into that right now. They're talking about the same thing. I know for a fact. I'm a yogi. Let me tell you something. When you look at these things in life, no matter what you are and how you're moving forward, it's one thing to understand. You are actually the creator and master of everything. We are all white, black, blue, green. I mean that for everybody. And I'm going to prove it right now, one time. If you cut the human body open, anybody, anywhere open, you're going to see the same thing inside of it. Where's the superiority? That is the dumbest thought in the world. I'm superior because of my race, color, height, creed. That is so stupid. That is flat out stupid. That's the idiot box. Cut a human being open, you're going to see the exact same thing. Where's the superiority? Here's your superiority in your service to mankind. Life is God's gift to you, the creator, whatever you want to say. And what you do with it in service to others and to yourself is your gift to the creator.
It's beautiful. I think we should just frame that.
Hey, I don't know how I would say it, but anyway, no, I do. I just have a passion for what I'm talking about right now. I just have a passion for it. It's just,
and it shows. And I love this. I could talk about I have been talking about this stuff all day. Actually,
and what one thing keeps me up sometimes, and I'll calm myself down and relax. Oh, I'll talk about meditation. Get back to the point about meditation.
Okay.
People think meditation is religion. No, it's not. Okay, you know how you do push-ups to get stronger, or you walk to get better leg, or you swim to get better, or you'll go to cooking class, or you'll do something to strengthen your eyesight, or you'll learn AI. Meditation is exercising the mind. That's what it is. It's exercise for the mind. If you don't get quiet and meditate, not talk, but meditate. People talk about, for instance, praying to God, talking to God. Once there's a little girl inside of a church, in a Catholic church, and the bishop was talking, and he saw this little girl. Every time they finished, this girl sitting there for 10 minutes later. Everybody else is gone. He asked the little girl one day, "Little girl, how are you? Something wrong?" She said, "No. Every time we finish here every Sunday, you sit here for about 10 minutes, everybody else is gone. Why?" She said, "Because everybody's praying and asking God for something. I want to wait and listen to see what God has said to me. It's telling me. I want to hear what God has to say." Everybody want to pray and ask. Shh, get quiet, get quiet. Listen. Has nothing to do with religion. Some people don't want to meditate. They think, no, it got to do with your religion. It's like eating or exercising. You exercise and strengthen that mind to make that connection with that subconscious mind, with the superconscious mind. And I won't go no further. You're making that connection. That's right. That's what meditation does.
That's exactly right. It is. Listening. Thank you so much. This has been extraordinary. I really appreciate it.